Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second day of Ljubljana Talks here at IBTM World 2023. And today, of course, with Gorazd, we are hosting a set of really interesting guests. The first today is Zsuzsa Szégner from Hungarian Convention Bureau. And Zsuzsa, thank you for being here, the first of the day.
Thank you, Jan, and thank you, Gorazd, for the invitation. It's my great pleasure to be here with you.
So tell us a little bit about what is happening in the world of the Hungarian Convention Bureau.
Actually, it was a very morbid year for us because we took over the duties of the Convention Bureau like only 1 year ago. So now we wanted to concentrate on the better way of working, so taking advantage of the extensive research team of the Hungarian Tourism Agency and also take advantage of the local market experts we have on all the main source markets for Hungary. We could develop and make more effective way of promoting Budapest as a MICE destination. So now with the Budapest Convention Bureau integrated into Visit Hungary system, we can be more effective, we can dedicate only on sales, and all the side jobs and all the background and the back office duties are dealt with other employees of the Visit Hungary. So now I'm very proud because we have been to so many events and we have been so many fairs and so many workshops. So at the end, which really matters to the local stakeholders, we could spread out more than 250 leads already in this half of the year. Wow. So it's really important for Hungary that we are now building up a bid factory in Budapest Convention Bureau. So
you're
concentrating.
You're going to be a bid manufacturing, basically.
Yes, yes, this is our aim. Yes.
So by putting together the city, the capital city of Budapest Convention Bureau and the Hungary Convention Bureau together, this is a new model for you. It's different than what it was before. Do you have membership as such?
Actually, Hungarian Tourism Agency has a preferred partnership program. So basically, this is the basic for our cooperation with the local stakeholders, and this is a measurement also about who are the trusted suppliers on the market. So we can always be sure that whenever somebody indicates that, okay, I'm specialized in MICE segment on the US or the UK market, then we know if we met with somebody and when we forward the lead to the local suppliers, then we can make sure that we forward to an appropriate supplier, and we won't be, in a trouble being transparent, but still in a knowledge and in a certain feeling, okay, we never recommend an untrustable partner from Hungary. So this is the system how we work. At the moment, we don't have any partnership fee, but all the activities we invite partners to participate or join with us. There is certain fee they have to pay.
Well, from my side, the question is why Budapest, of course, and I need to explain this a little bit more, deeper. I was several times now in Budapest in the last month, I would say, and I need to comment that Budapest is definitely, according to Meeting Experience Index, between 3 top destinations of Central Europe, together with, I would say, Prague, of course, Warsaw, and Budapest is also there. But how can you explain to somebody why Budapest? In the most simple way, I would say.
I think that it is good to see the journey of how they can get there and what they can. So I would like to drive you through that journey. So okay, how can you get to Budapest? It's very easy to access. We are in the middle of Europe, so you can even access if you have and I know you are a sustainably conscious people and decision maker. Then we are easily reachable by train, but also from all the major European hubs. Even if we wouldn't have the long haul connectivity, direct flights, but we are reachable within one or between 2 hours. So it's very easy to access Budapest, and also the city's infrastructure is very, very adequate not to, have a too concentrated mass of tourists in one place, but it's spread out in the 3 major tourist attractions. So this is one thing, the accessibility of the city. The other is, I would say, and it's very easy to say, the charm of the city. Yeah. It is the beautiness of the buildings, is the hospitality and the kindness of the people in the street. I'm very proud that according to last research, almost 50% of local people, Budapest people, speak English. So if you would be lost in the streets, every second people could help you, and even the other half would help, in an interactive way to find you the way how to, and they are very helpful. So I think that this, together with our USP, which is the great food. So I mean, everybody
confirmed, yes, checked. Yeah.
Thank you. So actually, this is really important, because if you go there for business, then what you do, okay, you are very much focusing during the day on to deliver the biggest success for your company. But of course, you would like to enjoy and take advantage of the rest of the times being at a beautiful place, surrounded with nice people, with a nice atmosphere, a little bit of vivid, a vibrant touch, and also eat well and drink well, and we are very good at this. And also, it's the streets of Budapest, they are not abandoned. It's not crowded with mass, but you always find people in the bars, in the restaurants. So it's always a cozy atmosphere where you really feel, okay, I want to be part of it. I want to taste this food. I want to just stay here for a nice drink when I get the stream off. And as a USP for not any other European capital would have so much treasure underneath, like 80% of Hungarian territory is filled with thermal water, and they have curative effect. Of course, magic is not happening in one day. So you have to be patient and come back to Hungary as often and Budapest as often as you can.
As I'm coming, actually.
As you are. But also you have to sit in the water. I mean, it's really important to enjoy the positive effect of the water. It really helps, to get the stress out, meet with locals and with foreigners as well. So I think that the thermal water.
I would add also the best set of hotels in this part of Europe. I would say in Budapest you will find everything from, I would say, A-class hotels to medium-class hotels. So absolutely, I would say you're a capital regarding that. My next question, Zsuzsa, is about these big events coming to your city. You hosted European World Athletic Championship, several big events. Is there any strategy behind that on a level of tourist organization? How are you bidding for these big events?
If you see that, yes, it makes a certain feeling in your, okay, so if Budapest can host such a great event as the World Athletic Championship or the European final of football, then okay, they can do whatever I want. So the smaller scale, it's a safe. So it spreads the message that Budapest is full of professionals who can deliver the success for my meeting. They are safe because, okay, if all the best athletes of the world can manage their 2 weeks, then okay, my company also can do it. And if they have sufficient infrastructure to manage it, then okay, so everything is possible. So this is the strategy behind hosting these huge events. And thank you for, sorry to get back to the previous comment of yours with regards to the hotel facilities, but I want to emphasize how big improvement of hotel development has occurred during the COVID. So I think that there were many bad results of this pandemic. But if we look at the positive results in Budapest, definitely you will find the huge development. Also about accommodation, we have now new hotel brands such as the W, the 4 Points by Sheraton, the St. Regis is going to open in soon. The Hard Rock opened just this year. So it's new brands are coming, and if you can recall, all the brands I mentioned, they are from the upscale segment, which really shows that investors also check that Budapest is demanded for the high-end and the mild sector. So now we have the sufficient infrastructure, beautiful hotels, beautiful venues, also on venue side. Yeah. For example, look at the
music. Question,
yeah. Sorry, sorry for being the spoiler your question. But actually, the music of the House of Music, for example, amazing venue designed by the Japanese architect Fujimoto, won all the available architect prizes on earth.
It's a magical garden, I call this place. Yeah.
It's a very nice say for that one.
There's so much going on in Budapest, of course, and but you know, in one way, you represent also the entire Hungary. So, outside of Budapest, what would you emphasize as, let's say, the special places to go, or perhaps what should we, as in meetings industry, be on the lookout for outside of Budapest?
Yes. Thank you for the question, because actually it is very well said that we are also promoting the country itself. Although we understand that Budapest is the first step, it is the brand everybody knows from the country. But we are very proud that not only Budapest has a new Congress Center, but also Balaton, the biggest sweetwater lake, has it.
That's a Siófok, or?
Sorry? No, in Balatonfüred. Balatonfüred. So it's a northern shore of the lake. Beautiful venue with the sufficient infrastructure on the side. So, for example, we already have 3 5-star hotels in the neighborhood of that facility. But also, I mean, these are just the new ones. But Balaton used to be the second most important destination within Hungarian territory, and it's beautiful. We have done so much effort in the last couple of decades, to make it a one-year destination, not only for the summer. So now you have plenty of attractions, plenty of restaurants, cultural sites to prolong the season, and also it's very good for active tourism. And also I would recommend Balaton for events where sustainability has a bigger importance. I would say,
because Balaton, probably the international clients would be approaching it through Budapest.
Yeah,
that would be the easiest way to. So what are you doing in terms of sustainability?
Yes.
Because you touched on that, and it's a very big topic, and I think it's right.
It's a huge topic, and it has urgency. We really feel it on our in our everyday life. I found a very big need among the stakeholders and in the Hungarian tourism industry, a need of coordinating the joint activities and to work together, because it's so much such a big noise around sustainability, and if each and every stakeholder of ours would dedicate one people or at least two employees to really understand the needs and the appropriate approach, it would be a complete waste of time. So, and don't forget that everybody, also in Hungary, we are suffering from lack of personnel, and this is one of the bad effects of the COVID. So now what we do is to coordinate the efforts. We are working together with an international consulting company who helps us to drive. So at the moment we are at the stage of making. We have done a research. So now we want to see what is the actual status of the industry in Hungary. So which is the point zero, and draw the next steps for next year. So we also want to make an action plan. We Hungarians are very pragmatic people, so we need to say, okay, this is not only about fluffy things. We really want to do something. So an appropriate and a very exact action plan is needed. So now we are fine-tuning that. So we have done the workshop with the stakeholders last week, and we are going to present and sign the finalized action plan on the 12th of December. So it's going to happen in this year. We want to also have to stakeholders to find the most appropriate certifications adequate to their business scope. So I think that this hub could be a real drive for them to improvement.
So the time is running fast. I would say 1st of January means that European Union will ask the shareholders companies with more than 750 employees to report according to SRS standards. So basically, how will you address this, I would say, urgent situation? These are, of course, big companies, but the majority of banks is there. I would say OTP is for sure obliged to report, all the insurance companies and so on. So what can you say about that? So is this a game changer or not?
Yes. This is a game changer. So this was where I referred that this is a really need, but we feel every day, and it is something you cannot escape from. So that's why we decided as Convention Bureau to have stakeholders with this international consultant companies, so they will help them to calculate the carbon footprint. So it's as a first step, but we don't want to do the job instead of them, because we believe that driving them and teaching them is going to be the way to survive. So as you know, a good parent, so we need to guide them on the good path.
Very good. Another question from my side is about Veszprém, a European capital of culture. Veszprém is a beautiful city. I was there. It's close to the Balaton Lake, actually, to Balatonfüred. So you need to visit this city because it's completely renovated. That was part of the project. But what does it mean, such a project for Hungary, actually? It was together with, I would say, Temesvar, if I'm correct. And you also support such events. So culture and meetings industry, does it fit together?
Yes, definitely, because it cannot be a coincidence that during the capital year of European culture, we could inaugurate the Congress Center in Balatonfüred, which is gonna host also like private events and private congresses, but also hosted the official cultural event of the 1-year-old program. Actually, I think that it had a really nice effect, not only for international but also for national tourism. So Hungarians are very much interested in culture. We are, and the location of Veszprém is really ideal because it's just 1 hour, less than 1 hour drive from the capital. So it's easy to go there for a concert, for for any kind of event, and even during the night you can come back, or you can decide to go and dedicate 20 minutes to get to Balaton and choose from any of the accommodation facilities of that region. So the location was ideal, and I think it really made a little bit of stirring the soup of culture in the countryside of Hungary, and a little bit because Budapest is internationally known for its really good offering on when we are talking about culture. Just like look at the Opera House, which is always full of international artists as well, but also the House of Music, also the Palace of Arts, so all and the Academy of Music. Every single night you have at least 4 or 5 options to choose for any cultural and international events.
It's very exciting to see how Hungary has been developing. I mean, it's really also a corporate powerhouse. We see, the international brands are there, not just from our industry, but other industry, which, drives also our industry, to put it this way. Everything that we talked about is really a success story. But if you had a magic wand, what would you change?
Wow, it's an interesting question. I think that being an urgency, but also because of my personal interest and personal feelings, I would name as on first position sustainability. So the approach of the industry has to change. And I mean, my job as coordinating this initiative would be much easier if they would understand, from the first step. So this is on one side, but on the other side, I truly believe that this is the real path, and we really should consider more on how we should use the resources more effectively and more consciously. So, like, sustainability would be my first to name, and I also would change a little bit on the community, on the local stakeholders, to be more, to accept more the different ideas, to be more open-minded, to have more time they can dedicate, and this requires many aspects to deal with the lack of personnel and everything, but to give them time, if with the wound could give them time to sit down and consider, look at the international examples and best practices and implement it to Hungary, because I think that a lot of new waves and new ideas could influence us. We just have to be open-minded and have the sufficient energy to implement it in the local market. This could drive us.
Everybody could need time.
Okay, I can give it my wound to you time.
Well, we could not escape the question about artificial intelligence, because this is the red line of all our talks this year, actually. So that was the buzzword. But what does it mean for you? Is this tool is this a tool or useful tool, or are we should be afraid of it?
I totally obsessed of artificial intelligence.
Okay.
I think that on one we have to find appropriate way of utilizing. So we have to be always conscious of avoid or what kind of information do we share in open sources. But if we use it in an appropriate way, we can be much more effective, and it is one part of being more sustainable from my point of view. So I truly believe in the need of implementing and using and giving more trust to any kind of AI. And on the other hand, I would say to the ones who are afraid of, okay, this is gonna kill and make us unemployed. No, I don't think so, because as what happened with the hybrid events and with the virtual events, so people is still in the need of face-to-face meetings. So this is one step. I don't believe that it can disappear, but what we can do is make it much faster. I mean, as a director, sometimes I just ask things, and it's okay. It's the fourth time I ask an amendment and change, and I don't want to insult people, but it's still not the one I'm expecting. But if I give it back to the AI, it's just I don't feel I don't feel bad.
Very good point.
Please try it again, and when it's drawing, for example, the setup for an event, it's just you indicate you have to learn the way how it understands you, but it's very easy, and it's a way how you understand. So it's the same process. You need to understand how you delegate the job. You also have to learn how you delegate to AI, and being always aware of, okay, what kind of information I share. Exactly. So I truly believe that this is going to be the real future for us, but we need to trust a little bit more and have a little bit less of fear.
So with all this positive energy, where do you find inspiration for your creativity and to being so positive?
I think it helps a lot that I'm traveling so much. So being, in different culture, and it's not only because inspires me every single conversation I have with different people, because everybody has a different point of view. So if you are open-minded and you listen to their point, it always inspires you. But I think as a second step, it is very good that I can travel that much because of my job. So if I go there and I understand, it inspires me a lot. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I've been to Yunnan region of China, and it was my fourth travel this year only to China, but it was a complete different region with so different tourist attractions and how they approach the experience-based touristic, experience and attraction. It was just impressive. I won't tell you because I want to do it. I want to implement it in Hungary, so I don't tell you these
China
details.
is a very big market for you. You're strategically working on that market right now.
Yes. On long-haul market, we are really nicely collected. So at the moment, we have 4 direct flights to China, and we are very close to announce the 5th route to China, and they increased the frequency because the onboard it's around 80% the occupancy.
Wow.
So it's really nice and it's booming for us. And what really matters is that before COVID it was 1.6 the average length of stay from the Chinese market. Now it's more than 3 days.
Wow.
So we could multiply it. We could reach that they stay for longer, and it is also sustainable. I mean, they
Absolutely.
have to.
How did you reach this? How did you prolong the stay?
Actually, we were very fortunate because we were among the first 20 countries where they could travel as a group within being the unique country in the Schengen zone. So they traveled to Hungary and we offered them. So we were there to support them with long itineraries to do a round trip within Hungary. And of course, it is not big masses who are doing, the 9 days Hungary tour, but still a lot of people are doing it. And we could reach that they changed the product, and instead of having just 1 or maximum 2 overnights in the country, now they have 3 and they go to the countryside, and also it's not only our result, it also result of the changed behavior of the Chinese tourists.
That's what I wanted to ask. Yeah. Do you see a change in how they travel? Yeah.
Yes, they slowed down and they want to experience more, and this is very good because it fits very well in everything we want to deliver. So stay more, experience more, don't bother the locals, and have the entire environment to grow.
We managed to do it again. We open up a part of a conversation again somewhere at the end of the 20-minute talk that really becomes interesting.
Yeah.
So just a few really short questions and answers, because you said you're motivated by travel. Car or plane?
Sorry, car or plane? Wow. Tough. Okay, I know I'm supposed to answer very fast. A plane, because then you can reach to further places.
Okay. Have you heard about Conventa?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
So do you know what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit to our audience?
What Conventa is.
Yes.
Conventa is a gateway for us to showcase in the region. So it's very nicely scheduled. So beginning of the year, I mean, please, it is the best season for it, so you shouldn't change it. It is the appropriate time, and to meet the local market, because all of us are fighting for in this Central European region. We are fighting for the German, we are fighting for the UK, we are fighting for the US market, but we shouldn't forget about the local market, because this brings at least 40% of the revenue.
Exactly.
So this is a very important gateway for us to showcase for the local market as well.
Thanks a lot. And the last question, short one from my side, Facebook or TikTok?
Facebook.
Okay, can you explain why?
Perhaps I'm a boomer, but I cannot understand TikTok, honestly, because it's too short for me. So I always want more. and it doesn't really explain me. It's just you know, I always feel after watching a TikTok video that okay, I'm not satisfied. I want more. I didn't understand perhaps it's my fault, but I'm more fan of Facebook and LinkedIn.
Thanks a lot for being our guest, amazing guest. Stay tuned. We are coming back at 11 o'clock.
Thank you so much. Thank you.